everybody. Hey, Lily. Hey, Terry. Hey, Lysander. Hey, Logan. Hello, everybody. I'm going to put up my poll question for you guys. Hey, sis. You're going to be listening? Okay. Hey, Cynthia. Hey, Kiki. Kiki, I got your message. Okay. Let me go ahead on Miss HLS. Hey, Mom's the boss. Hey, Brenda. Hey, Hood. Okay, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and put my question out here, my poll, and I want to see what you guys are saying about this. Okay. Okay, we're gonna start the poll. Okay, my question for you guys. Okay. Oh, y'all started voting already? Okay. Okay, y'all started voting already. Oh my goodness. You guys already started to vote. Lord have mercy. Okay, okay. All right, here we go. Let me see who else just came in. Kevin. Hey, Kevin. Hey, India. Hey, Blessed Lady. Hey, Brenda. Hello, Vicky. Hey, Stephanie. Hey, Dimple Wimple. Hello. With the wrench, happy. All right. Hey, Kimberly. Hello, Trissy. Hey, Vibe Energy. Okay. All right, yeah. We got that poll ready. Please, everyone, please vote. Please vote. I want to see what you guys say for today in regard to what you think was going to happen tomorrow. Don't forget, tomorrow at 4:45, I will be here in the Zoom. I got my Zoom set up for because I got the Zoom code and I'm set for tomorrow. So I'll get home a little early so I can get on here and have the Zoom ready. Okay, hold on. Y'all want to see my haircut? Ta-da! Got my haircut. Woo! This is me. I'm sorry. Okay. You don't see the poll? Oh my God, y'all don't see the poll. Gotta be work. Okay, y'all don't see the poll. Hold on. What's going on here? Okay, I gotta start it over. Create. Hold on. Let me start the poll over. Hold on. Let me start it over. Start poll. Add a power. Hold on. All right. All right, there we go. All right, do you guys see it now? Do you guys see the poll? Do you guys see the poll? Give me a thumbs up if you see the poll. Okay, great. Thank you. All right, guys, I want you guys to vote and let me know, what do you think? I'm going to let everybody get up here early because I'm not staying the night on this thing too long because I want to get in the bed. Because you guys like to keep me on here forever and ever and ever. And I'm not staying on here forever and ever and ever because I got to get up in the morning. I got to get myself together. I got to go to court. I got to make sure I have everything. I have to make sure, you know how kids got to go to school. You got to make sure everything is, take the clothes out at night and have your lunch fixed, everything. Why me? Huh? Moms, what did you say? Why me? Kiki, this is me all day long. There's no hair. This is me all day long. I'm just a lazy, no hair doing person. Did you miss? No, Cynthia, the drawing. Let me tell you what happened. Gucci was supposed to be here yesterday for the drawing, and he got busy, so we set it for Wednesday. I think Wednesday. And then the money goes out on Friday. Gucci said it for Wednesday. The shorter haircuts are young. Aw, it makes me look younger. Your cut looks good. And thank you, Dimple Wimple. This is me. If you see my pictures, it's always the short hair. That's just me, y'all. I'm sorry. I don't like hair. Makes me look funny, weird. All right, y'all ready? And then what I do, I usually put a little red rouge on the lipstick. I don't put nothing else on my face but the lipstick. This is hard to decide. She said it's hard to decide. Miss Sylvia, you rocking that cut. Thank you, Tweety Bird. Your cut is nice. Thank you. So, guys, should I go ahead and color it? Because normally I'll color it, bleach it, and it. Or should I keep it with my gray? This is my natural gray. Turn green and become a member. Amen. All right, y'all ready? Because I'm not staying on that long. I just wanted to, because you guys know tomorrow. Now, here's a way to make your decision up. Okay. Remember, tomorrow is the child P. No, gray is pretty. Oh, thank you, Lily. See, I only got this bit left of black hair. And then like spots and different spots shows black hair. Yeah, this is not bald hair. This is just a different color of my hair. It's ready to becoming just as it is. Thank you. Okay, you can't decide. Okay, let me help y'all decide a little bit. Okay. All right. Remember, there's no indictment yet, right? Remember that these pictures, these have to do with the child pictures. You remember those pictures? And there were 4 images that they could depict exactly the age of the children. And then the other pictures, there was a total of 34 pictures. 4 of them, they could depict exactly what the children were, right? So that's why there's only 4 charges instead of 34 charges. Because 4 of the pictures, they can tell exactly the age based on the hand size and things like that, the body figure and all that. So, he originally had no bond. And on June 27th, he got a bond, and that bond was $200,000 per charge, right? And so I hope that helps y'all with that decision. Thank you, guys. Thank you. So I hope that helps you guys with that decision. Wow, lots of picks. Yeah. So I want to know, do you think that he will get a bond reduction? No color looks good on you, and everyone can't pull off low cuts. Thank you. Thank you. How long has he been gone? He's been gone since last year, July, I think July 12th, 11th, or the 7th. I think it's July 7th. Hold on a second. Let me get my paper. He was arrested, I think, July 7th. Hold on. Hold on. I think it's July 7th. Yeah, July 7th. July 7th is when he was arrested. Yep, July 7th, 2020. Yeah. Yeah, it was 7th. Yeah, right, 7th. Miss Sylvia, your haircut is so you. Aw, thank you, guys. I told y'all it was me. I told you the haircut makes me look clean. Keep it gray. Okay, looks fantastic. Love your hair. Thank you, guys. Oh, you're making me feel so good. You're making me feel good. Yeah, I just couldn't take that hair, man. I just couldn't take it. Lord have mercy. I see you with the new cute. That's cute. Yeah, thank you, Demi. I just can't do hair. I'm sorry. I'm not one of the hair people like everybody else. I'm not. Never have been. Nope. I'm not a hair person. Not a hair person at all. Never have been. Never will be. That's why if a fella don't like short hair, oh well, sorry, dude. Randa, stop laughing. Stop laughing, Randa. Okay, y'all ready? Are y'all ready to come on in? Let me see what the voting look like. Hold on. Ooh, child. 42 says no. 42% says no. And 36% says yes. Ooh, 23 says not sure. Okay. So most people say no, he won't get a bond reduction. Okay. I had a vision. Ernesto was standing up and the judge. You had a vision? Oh, wow. Okay. I have a perfect shape. You have a perfect shape face for no hair. Aw. A fat face, right? Perfect fat face, right? With no hair. All right. I'm drinking tea in my water. I think he was transferred from jail to jail. He's being transferred from jail to jail. No, Demi, he's in Cobb County because Fulton is having issues at the jail. So since this might be a high profile, I don't think they want him in that facility. So Cobb County is the one that's taking most of the like high profile because Jeff is over there. Do you remember Shirley saying in her apology that she last saw Nestor on the 4th of July? Where was he on the 5th up until the 7th? Riding around in that motor coach. My friend, you look nice. Thank you, Miss Atkinson. Everyone, love your hair, Queen. Thank you, Carol. Yes, I said yes, but just being nice today. Okay. All right, guys, come on up. Let's put the link in there so you guys could come on up and we can discuss this. I love it when you guys come up here. No, it will be Judge Manning's. Didn't you see the picture I put up there for tomorrow's live? It's going to be Judge Manning. It's not going to be Judge Adams. Manning is the judge. When he got the bond, was that before or after CP charges? He got it after the CP. The first time CP charge, he didn't get it, right? Then he went back in June. He got the Yep, he goes to see Judge Manning tomorrow. I'm not a killer, but don't push me. So Shirley gonna see him at least once. Shirley has seen him. Shirley has gone to see him at least once. I don't know. Nice hairstyle. Most appropriate. Thank you, Goldie. All right, y'all ready? Come on now, hit the link. Come on up here. Because I'm not staying up here with you guys all night. I'm telling you that right now. Tonight, I'm going to go to bed at a decent hour. I'm not playing with y'all tonight. Oh, anybody, because I got to do some more names. Do you guys want to get into the raffle or what? Do you guys want to get into the raffle? Who did the likes and the sharing and stuff? Because Wednesday's the day we're going to do the turkey thing. I took a break from social media, need a break. Monet, you took a break? LOL, we understand, Sylvia. How do we enter? By how you enter is you like, you share, and you subscribe to. If you're not subscribed to here, you subscribe to here. Did I set it on subscribe mode? Did I set this? Is this on a subscribe mode here? If this is your first time subscribing, welcome. And if you subscribe to this channel already, just subscribe to my other social media. They're all under Infamous Sylvia. And when you do that, my mods will send me your name on this phone here, and I will put you in the entry. My mods will be the one to send it to me. My Stephanie, Kim, Lady Coltrane. Who else? Y'all know who y'all are. The ones I told already. Y'all know who you guys are. The ones I told that I need you guys to text me here. Yes, sub for 5. Okay, thank you. You digging me? You digging me? Yeah, they have my phone number and they text me and tell me who actually. I got to put a 1 in the chat and tell that's a 1 telling me that y'all did it. Y'all subscribe. You Okay, thank you. Thank you, Andrea. So that's how you get in. That's how you get into the thing. And I'll put your name inside of this little thing, this little twirling thing here. You see this? This is where you go, your name go in here. And then we're up to 8 people, I think. We're doing 8 folks for turkeys. I'm gonna send you the money. It's gonna be $35 is it $35, Miranda? Is it 35? Yeah, I think it's 35. Man, I think I made a mistake in the amount I told you. It's supposed to be 35. Oh, no, you did right. 35. $35 I'll be sending you. What's the other channel? It's TikTok, it's TikTok, it's IG, and it's Twitter. All of it is under Infamous Sylvia. Yes, 35. Thank you, Cynthia. Thank you, guys. Yeah. Turkeys are higher than that. Well, look, Lily, get a small turkey. Well, Gucci said, this is what Gucci said. Gucci said he went and check out the turkey prices, and he said the average turkey is about $30. So that's why he's doing 35. Well, we could make it less people, right? And then y'all get more money. You could do it that way. We could put it back down to 5. 5 people. And y'all get more money from what they're putting in. So it's about what? Let me see. Hold on. So y'all get what? 45 or $50? Let's do $50. $50. It's gonna be $50 that you're gonna get. And my mods are gonna send your name to me, and then I'll have y'all. Once they text me your name, don't worry, you will be in the drawing. Okay. So come on, y'all. You coming up? You messed up you just messed up someone's blessing? What do you mean? How did you mess up somebody's blessing? How you mess up somebody's blessing? It's gonna be 5 people. And you gotta put a 1 there, y'all. You gotta put a 1, and my mods is gonna send me the name. My mod's gonna send me the name. Just put a 1, and they're gonna send you your name. On Wednesday, when Gucci comes, we're gonna do the drawing. And shout out to my sponsors, which was Gucci, Kim, Stephanie, Randa. Those are my and Kia. Those are my sponsors for this. I think Marshall's gonna come in. And if Marshall comes in, so it's gonna be $50. It's 5 people, $50. We were gonna do 35, but somebody just corrected it. So it's gonna be $50 for the 5 people. Okay. So Stephanie or whoever, let one person send it to me. Y'all figure it out. Let one person send it to me. I'm already claiming one of those turkey as mine. Okay, Dimple. Okay. So you will have your money on Friday. I will be sending it to those people who have Cash App. I do Cash App, I send it out. PayPal, whichever way you want me to send it out. Or you can do Zelle. I can send it to you through Zelle. So just when I announce the winner, I'll tell you, and you let me know how you want it sent to you. And it's $50. $50 to buy your turkey. Buy your turkey too. Don't play me. Buy your turkey. Buy your turkey. Why are you putting 2? I said 1. Why are y'all putting 2? But okay, I don't see numbers going up. Y'all better be telling the truth. I hope y'all telling the truth of what y'all doing. Okay, I see names popping up. I see folks coming in here. Okay, I see the people on IG. Thank you to Kiki. I see you. Because let me tell you, when y'all do that, it pops up right up in here. I see who's so don't lie. Don't lie. I see you on my Twitter too, on my Instagram, and my TikTok. I see y'all. There are 250. Yeah, they're not even hitting the like, so they're lying. All the ones that's putting in the thing saying that they hit the like button. Oh, you definitely have to comment in the comment area too somewhere. Y'all got to do some work for y'all to win this. Can y'all please come on up here? Y'all getting on my nerve for real. Y'all, that's why you can't give people stuff, because they forget what they're supposed to be doing. They forget what they're supposed to be doing. You're supposed to be coming up here and having conversation, and y'all all into this turkey thing. Shout out to my sponsors. Thank you so much. You guys rock. LOL, I'm gonna buy the turkey, Miss Sylvia. I'm very grateful. Yeah, winners, y'all better buy the turkey, because if not, I'm watching y'all. Can everyone donate for a turkey? Send to infamous Sylvia memo turkey. Oh, you're thinking me funny. She's so funny. You know what? That's a smart idea. That means there would be more people that if everybody donate $1, there would be more people that can get the turkey. That would be cute. That would be cute. But you digging me, please. No, I don't want, because it'll be a whole bunch of dollars hitting my Do we want to do that? Is your phone still echoing? Okay, y'all really disappointed me today. I was looking forward for some folks to come up here and give me their opinion, but nobody's coming up here. Show the receipts of you. I don't want no receipt, Monet. I believe these people are gonna be. I believe the honor system, so I ain't gotta see it. I ain't gotta see it. God knows that they're lying. Hey, Snack.
Hey Sylvia, how are you?
I'm good, honey. How you doing today?
I'm doing well. I have a question for you about
Uh-huh.
tomorrow.
Uh-huh.
What do you think, in your opinion, what do you think that the support system is going to be like for the hearing based on your last hearing that you went? We know we saw three people there. Um,
Four. It was four people.
four people.
Hmm.
So do you think that maybe the support will be a little greater, the same, or a little bit less?
I think it would be greater because then we're not going to see them.
Okay.
Because remember, it's going to be on Zoom. They can call in and listen.
Oh, okay, okay, okay,
Yeah,
okay. All right.
they're not going to hit the link like I am. I'm going to be on the
Mm-hmm.
panel, but
Okay.
I believe that it will be more of support because they can call in because they got access because he could give it to them, and probably Sonya going to be listening.
I wonder if she's gonna hit the link and give us her jargon.
She's not. I don't think she's gonna come in. I think she's just gonna be on the phone. Because
Okay.
on the phone, you don't have to, tell your name or nothing. You just listen. They'll let you in and listen.
Oh, okay. And so for my next question, I'm not trying to take a lot of time, but
No,
we heard we heard last night. Was it last night when we heard the phone call where where the charges were finally out? Shirley finally talked to the attorney, or he talked to Shirley, and whichever night that was. I'm sorry, I work a lot, so I be you know. But Sonia had at her when she was at her nail appointment, and she was giving all of the um she was giving her version of, well, I've known you for 2 years and I know that you're not around kids and you don't do this and you don't do that. Do you think that because she knows that those phone calls were recorded, maybe she was trying to create a narrative against Sheridan? Because she said some things about Sheridan being not a nice person, and trying to set him up, and she's going to get him at any cost. So do you think that maybe she did that on a recorded line to maybe skew a narrative, to maybe put him in position of he's being set up?
I thought that too.
it's a possibility. But you know me, I don't like speculating and
I
things.
know we don't like to speculate, but it's just like, I mean, I was just, because when I was listening to her, she did say, well, I've known you 2 years. That might have been a slip up, right? Because when you're speaking of someone's character, it's going to be somebody that you've known for a very long time. And if you've known him for 2 years and he's been locked up 6 months of the 2 years, and he has a plethora of charges that are not these are crimes of, they call it moral turpitude, which means that you can't be trusted, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you're coming back, you're doubling down and say, well, I've known you for 2 years and you can be trusted. But to have a roughly 20-year criminal history that says, or 30-year, or maybe even 40, because he's
Oh,
58,
it's 40 something years.
40 something years, yeah, to have that kind of history, like the 2 year and a half that you've been exposed to him, I don't think that negates the 40 plus years that you've been. So it just sounded to me, and is that Vicky? Mm-hmm. Vicky and I, I'm gonna speak for Vicky, girl. Vicky and I probably heard her giving kind of like a leadway to, you're being set up and your stepdaughter's doing it and we all know it. your brother said it and all this. We don't know what his brother really said because that's speculation as well, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. That's just how I feel. That's just, I'm gonna
I
go on
think
mute and listen.
um hopefully y'all can hear me okay. I'm on my cell phone.
I can hear you.
Um I'm a very logical person when it comes to most things, even though I'm very spiritually connected and I I try to tap in. It sounded like she was running game on whoever's listening to the phone calls. And so she knows, she's been around the block maybe 5 or 6 times is what it sounds like. She knows that they've already been listening. She knows that they know about her down in Florida. So she's planting seeds to where it to me what it sounded like and what my spirit is telling me is that she's planting seeds to where they can devalue the claims that Sheridan is making. So whomever is listening to her or
So
who
you
are it
so
go
do
ahead,
you
I'm sorry.
so you think it's Sheridan that's giving that?
No, I'm talking
I
about
don't think
Sonia.
so.
Sonia.
No, no, no. I'm saying Sonia's saying that she's believing that it's Sheridan. Do you really think it's Sheridan?
I
Do
don't
you?
No.
think so.
I don't think so either.
No, no,
I
no,
think that
absolutely not.
so any of us that use computers, Sylvia, obviously you use one, or maybe you're using your cell phone or your tablet. I don't know.
No, my computer.
Even with your cell phone or your tablet, you log in, you have a login. So if there's
Snack, you not. We lost you. You must mute. Snack, if you're talking, we don't hear you. Vicky, you hear me?
I can hear you. Yeah, she must have maybe hit a bad area. Sound like she was driving.
Oh, she might have hit her mute button. Don't know it.
Could, could be. I do that. These new iPhones, they suck. um,
Got it.
but I think that what Sonya was doing was whoever she knows that they're gonna listen to his phone call. He is a high profile case. They're gonna listen to his phone calls every day before they. It's just like I don't know if you ever watched. This was over a year ago now, the Darrell Brooks trial. The prosecution, like this is the guy out in Waukesha, Wisconsin, a black guy. He mowed into
Those
uh the
oh,
parade.
people. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So the prosecution, they were listening to the calls between he and his mama, and they knew all his whole plot and everything. They knew everything that he was going to do, and he was representing himself, and he didn't know what to do. So what I think Sonia is she's street smart enough to know that they're listening.
Mm-hmm.
So she's planting that seed in there that Sheridan is lying about whatever she said about him before, as far as the what's it called the fake lease or whatever, them putting her name on the lease and her saying, her going down there and confirming that she did not give them permission to put her name on the lease.
Mm-hmm.
So I think she's an easy target because he doesn't have any contact with her. He doesn't know. And to me, what it sounds like is she's been the scapegoat for a lot of his bad deeds. Like, and Shirley is gullible enough and sounds like she's desperate enough to believe that, and she has so much angst towards her daughter that she would believe that. And then Ernesto, he falls in line with that too, and he knows that Shirley's gonna fall in line with that. So, I mean, I think at this present time, just to be fair, they would consider a lower bond because it's the same judge as last time, right?
Manning. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Not
So they would.
Adam.
Oh, it's Manning. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So wouldn't they'd have to put together a bail package, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he'd have to have like a place to stay, I'm assuming. So
Mm-hmm.
I would think that if Shirley is still involved or whomever is involved is going to be on the line to vouch for him, to step up and say, hey, this is what we're going to do. Or this is what we're willing to do for him. Ankle monitor and whatnot. Um, I would think it's different in every county, of course, but I would think it would go along the lines of something like that, where here's what we're looking for, and of course the prosecution is going to counter and say why we can't give him that, but He's got to agree to that ankle monitor, even though ankle monitors mean nothing. You can cut those off real quick because it sounded like that's what he was going to do. He was going to jump before they would get decided to give him an ankle monitor back last year. So I do think that he's going to get a lower bail because Judge Manning seems to be pretty fair. He's been in there for over a year. He's not on what we would consider a like a violent crime. Yeah, he's got some I don't know, those SA charges. Those just came about too. This bail hearing is for the SA charge, right?
No, it's for the at CP.
Okay, okay. I'll let her jump in.
Go
Can you
ahead.
hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, but I'm gonna mute myself so you can talk.
Is it still a lot of echo?
Let me see. Let me talk while you talk. Hello, hello, hello. No, I don't hear.
Hello,
I don't hear.
hello. Yeah, I put some headphones on. I found some old ones.
Okay, go ahead.
I see you got a new haircut. Hey, everybody.
I want to say that she's looking good.
Aw,
Yeah.
thanks,
Yeah, we see you done cleaned up for old Nesto tomorrow.
did she just wait a minute, Vicky? Did you hear what she just said?
I heard it. I'm like, it's coinky dinky, coinky dinky. That
No, I'm from
Right.
Mexico.
It's suspect. It's suspect, Sylvia.
Really? I'm gonna kick your butt. Wait till I see you. I'm gonna kick your behind.
But yeah, I think my thing went out. My headphone. I don't hear you guys in my ear anymore.
I hear you.
Let me. You can still hear me?
Yeah, but I also hear a little bit of feedback.
Yeah, but yeah, that's the feedback. Let me reconnect my earbuds back up. They may not have enough power to them. But I think Nesta gonna get a bond reduction tomorrow
I agree with you on that.
because they're out of compliance and they know what they have to do. They know that they're gonna have to do something because they've, basically, in my opinion, has violated his civil rights as far as his, you know, uh, right to get a bond within 90 days. It's been way over 90 days.
Yeah, 400 and something days. It's way over
Yeah.
90 days.
Yeah, they're way over. So I really feel like he'll go ahead and get a bond tomorrow.
well, for this case, it hasn't been 400 days, right?
No, it'd be like because it was like in January 7th or 12th, January 12th, right?
So it's more. It's still over the time frame, but I'm just curious. Can't they? They can't join them all together. I thought that was like one of his goals.
Well, that's what they're supposed to be doing, so I don't know what's going on with that. We'll find out tomorrow.
He should be a pro at this. This is what I don't understand. Like the going through like my DUI process, I learned a lot. Yeah, I told y'all I had to serve 30 days as a part of my sentencing agreement. Like I said, I thank God that I didn't hit anybody. All I did was ruin my life. I didn't ruin anybody else's life. Um, but I learned a lot just from talking to the girls in jail. Some of those girls were pros. Like they knew all about. Like they were like Sonia's. They knew all. They were jailhouse lawyers, and they helped you out. And they helped you understand what your paperwork meant, like when you were going to see a judge and all that stuff. And they were helping each other out. I don't understand why when he gets talked to about these things, he just waits on the lawyer to do stuff, and it's like, bro, you're in the old man's section. They give you a tablet. Why aren't you googling some of this stuff? Why aren't you researching some of this stuff to find out what you can file? Go file some stuff on your own. He doesn't want to do any of that. He's so I don't know if he's just lazy or when it comes to that kind of stuff or he's not competent, but I'd be handwriting stuff. If I was in there for like longer than 30 days and I knew that they were supposed to like see me and try to get me out, I know my wife can't handle this stuff. The only really other person who knows this stuff is a woman who's two states away, 2 or 3 states away, and I would be on this. So I think part of this is also his fault too, not just them being behind, but he could have progressed us along too.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I'm seeing some stuff on the chat, y'all. He is not serving 23 months in jail, people. He is still in the bond period. That whole gun and silencer, that was not him. Oh my God. I keep telling folks that. Keep telling folks that was not him. That was not him. Y'all know all the paperwork I've read. There was nothing about no silencer and a gun. They would have said something at the bond hearing if it was. I said what I said. Can you please help out on that? Because I keep seeing these people put this. I keep seeing it.
Yeah, you told us a long time ago that it was numerous Ernest Williams. When you went to court, they had nothing in the documents saying anything about him having a gun, being charged with a gun, or anything. Hasn't there was nothing in the
I mean,
document saying that
he
that
had
he
a
had gun.
he had a armed robbery that was years ago. But as far as this past April, in fact, the thing that they talked about happened to somebody in April. He didn't get arrested till July. That's not him, people. It's not him.
People just
Somebody
think
said
that because they seen it on what they feel like is a credible site, so they really feel like that's him doing that.
somebody said that he may get
I mean, they
a
feel like that was him, and it wasn't.
Yeah.
someone said he might get a reduced bond, but he ain't getting out.
Oh, he's not, because remember, he still has that no bond on that other one, the SA. Remember that. He still got no bond on that.
So why is he okay?
Go ahead.
I'm just to me. I mean, I would try to get them. It doesn't sound like he's meeting with his lawyer like very often, like to try to work out a plan of action. I know that the public defender's office is quite busy, and from what we heard on the newest calls that were released, that it takes somebody who's either generalized or specialized in the new charges that have come about, the SA and the CP charges. Um, and I kind of I get it kind of, but to me it seems like you kind of you just swinging at the wind. Like he may not, you're not gonna get out. So what's the point of even having a bond? Like get it all rolled up together so that way you can actually get out. Because what's the point of if Shirley is still messing with him, and she still does intend on working towards getting him out, and he, you know, she's gonna end up having to pay like a couple different bondsmen. And then he seems like a flight risk. She has resources and access, and he would have to be on an ankle monitor. But what I wanted to go back to was, remember, like in the earlier calls, he didn't want to be on an ankle monitor. Why do you think that is? To me, like I would, ankle monitors are not fun. However, I would, if you've been in jail for well over a year, I'd rather that than anything else.
That's true.
Until, go ahead, I'm sorry.
I said that's true. I was agreeing with you.
Yeah, I would rather that than anything else, to be able to sleep in my own bed, to be able to shower in my own shower, to be able to not have to be around. If I'm a man, a bunch of men. If I'm a woman, just a bunch of women. Just to have the comforts. You don't really, I know he does, but you don't realize you get locked up even just for a day. Just for a day, you're in there, and then you step out and you smell the fresh air. He said he thought he was light skinned now. Because he hasn't seen sun in so long. So I do think he'll get a reduced bond. I just don't think that I don't if he's still got being held and there's no bond, and Judge Adams is being tough on that, then
But you
I
remember,
don't.
he's going to come back for that one as well, because look, it was done in September, right? Was that October 17th? So
October.
he'll be back in January if it doesn't change.
Oh, he has to wait for that too.
Unless his attorney put it in there now, and I hadn't seen anything of her putting it in. She only put a letter in for the other one. She didn't put in for because remember, they said within 30 days they were going to put in paperwork for his what's the name, for the additional charge, and if it's not done within 30 days, he can come back for a bond hearing. Because remember, the state said that they were going to put in that they will get ready bring the other charges in, because supposedly something else is supposed to be coming down the drain. And
Oh, girl, he ain't getting out. He might as well just get comfortable. Just it just get comfortable. I mean, honestly, like who's gonna put it sounds more like it's gonna be it may be a bond reduction, but it's still you think about all the charges combined. I don't know how Georgia is. Nevada is, I think it's either 15 or 20% of the bond.
it's
They
10%.
it's
10%.
10%.
Mm-hmm.
Who's gonna come up with that cash or collateral? Who's gonna want to?
Well, they said they had somebody already.
That was last year though.
No, that was the beginning of this year.
Was it still this year?
It was beginning of this year. It was around January. Remember, he because there was a call that phone calls from prison played. That was back in April. That was our first call of hearing from them. Remember, it was the 2023 April. Then, because remember, the guy said that there's something about the marriage that they'll be in divorce court. Blah 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 blah. Phone calls played. That first call was in April 2023. And
Okay.
then we started hearing calls from 2022.
I don't know who would in their right minds would actually just step up for him. He must have like some deep connections. Uh, but
He
just
he got connections. Remember, he has all those big wigs.
but they ain't too much fooling with him. Like and a lot of times somebody like this they've been trying to keep him in there for this past year. There's more when they said they got more coming down the line. To me it's still I keep saying it sounds like federal like coming like they're holding him until they can get it because they feel it seems like they feel like he's a danger, so they keep dropping all these different various charges. Okay, well he's might get a reduced bond on this, let's go ahead and release this. We finally have enough evidence to charge him with this. It's still no indictment but you know
That's the thing that gets me. Still no indictments. That's like crazy.
So Judge, and I think I may have missed your interview with Judge Manning. So
Oh no, I
if
haven't done the interview yet.
okay, if there is from my understanding, if there's a super secret indictment, like federal, would like a local judge or state judge know?
The prosecutor would know.
Prosecutor would know. Okay,
Mhm.
but would they tell the district attorney? I'm sorry, the public defender.
Yeah, they would tell him. Yeah,
Oh, but Ernesto wouldn't know.
yeah, he would know once the attorney tells him.
Hmm. Mm. Bruh, man ain't getting out. You can get all the reduced bonds that you want to. I don't think it's just speaking on a general level. Like I said, what I said, just said I don't think it's fair necessarily that he's been held for this long. But and I don't know if it is because he's Shirley Strawberry's husband. It could be that. There may be some truth to that they're holding him because they know he has the resources. They may not know how deep his connections go to Steve Harvey, and if Steve Harvey is willing to put up bond for him and what have you. They don't know. That's why they're so definitely listening to his phone calls. And has anyone ever actually talked to phone calls from prison to figure out why she got curious and started ordering these calls?
No, somebody referred that to her because they watched the that that bond hearing, and then they
Uh-huh.
asked her, would she be able to get those calls? And she went and got them, because remember when she was doing it, she kept LLL is the one who referred her to ask her about getting them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just curious. But yeah, I don't think that he's gonna get out. I think he is a flight risk. He'll get a reduced bond, but he is a flight risk. I don't think he would meet the the necessary standards that would warrant him to be released. He has failure to appears. They look at that too. How many failure to appears you've had in the past?
Mm-hmm.
And didn't he was arrested, and they'll also look at, like, like she said, their first 3 years of marriages, the first 3 years of marriage, she was arrested buku times.
Yeah, he got arrested in May. They got married in January. He got arrested in May for three things, three times, three
And those were warrants, right?
there were warrants. Yeah, they were out.
Yeah, so he's a flight risk. So I mean, I understand Judge Manning is fair, and somebody just put in the chat that they're not doing the ankle monitors right now in her county.
And they're doing it in Fulton County. They're still doing it in Fulton County. Who says it?
It was.
I was just in court the other day. They're still doing. What county is she in?
I'm not sure. Let me see. Let me go back in the chat.
Fulton County still doing it.
And he's in Cobb County right now.
And he's in Fulton.
He's in Fulton. Okay.
He's being housed as a person in Cobb, but everything is being done out of Fulton.
Oh, okay, because he's in the senior citizen unit.
Senior citizen.
Well, that's what he said. He was in the. Oh, I mean, I would consider senior, like, for older men.
That's what I was like. Senior citizen.
Yeah, he said he was in there with all the other old men.
Okay.
That was his words. I mean, I would consider that. I would love to stay there, because if it's bad.
Megan, that's not true. Megan said there's no bail in federal cases. Yes, they are. Boosie just got one. He got a federal case. Boosie just got bail.
They got bail. It's high standards.
Yeah. Boosie's on bond right now. Bail, bond, whatever they call it. Because for his gun charge, in fact, his was what, $100,000 for his bail bond. Yep, sure.
Yeah, but they have bail. It's just high standards. Like Boosie cannot get into any more trouble. In the meantime, because then they just hold you. So, yeah, I don't think Bruh Man is going. He can get all the low bond that he wants to. They could reduce it down to 5,000. I just, I don't think that. I think.
You got Henry County gonna pick him up once he get on bond.
Oh, does he have a bail hold on him too?
He got a warrant on him before Henry County.
That's also. I'm not familiar with Georgia too much. That's in
Georgia too.
What's that one for?
Theft by deception.
Goodness gracious.
He'll get a bond for that.
This man,
He'll get a bond for that one.
I know, everybody needs to be treated fairly. But I just think, like I said last night, I think about those women who have been put out, and not just the women, the veteran. Still haven't heard about what happened with Charleston, like fully what happened with Charleston White, if anything did happen, allegedly. Still haven't heard what happened with that. These people are not going to be made whole. You think about it too. He's an older gentleman. Ernesto is. He's an older man, and yeah, he'll have to pee if he pleads guilty, or if he's convicted and he's ordered to pay restitution. What amount of restitution can he really pay?
I don't know.
He could go and make like panties or something in the prison. But that's
wow.
Where's your headphone, ma'am?
I have headphones on. You can't tell?
No, it's repeating.
Okay.
I'm gonna put myself on mute.
Oh, okay. Guys, stop stating false information. That's who said. Okay, while we let's not fight in the chat, y'all. Please, let's not fight. Can we all get along? Please, no fighting in the chat. No fighting, please. Lord have mercy.
Okay, it sounds like I need to go back and do the chat anyway.
Oh no, no. Are you gonna regulate the folks in the chat?
Yeah.
They're in there
Yes.
fighting. Oh,
Huh?
yeah, they're in there fighting. Can we get along, please, guys? Where my mods at? Mods, they're fighting in the chat.
And that's what I'm saying. Nobody is regulating it. So let me go in. I'll go ahead and do the chat for you guys and let you and Victoria talk.
Okay. All right, Victoria, what were we saying before we were rudely interrupted with the fighting in the chat?
No, I was just saying, what kind of restitution can these people really get? I don't think that I mean, this is just me being petty. I don't think he deserves a bond, honestly, but I know he's due a bond. He's due a fair bond. Um, Generally, they don't uh
Hold
hold you.
Megan and Cora, please, ladies, let's get along, ladies. You both have your opinion, please, y'all. Please, ladies, y'all entitled to your opinion. No attacking one another, guys. Come on. Cora feels one way, Megan feel one way. You guys, please, no attacking one another. My goodness, Lord have mercy. Sorry, Vicky.
It's okay. No, I just generally don't hold you without bond on a SA charge.
Mhm.
Most places don't, which is an unfortunate thing, but normally that's not the case. You would be entitled to a bond in a lot of places. So I don't know. So if it just depends on what's happening because we don't know. We're only getting calls up to what was it? It was
I
June.
think people got calls all the way up until August of this year, so you'll be hearing more calls. They have calls up to August. Somebody that I know have calls up to August of this year.
I
I
just
didn't get any calls. When I applied for it, it was a little too late. They had already started the what's the name part, um, restriction because of the investigation.
Yeah, see, they really looking into him. It's not just it's not just a simple, these theft by taking charges. Yeah, he could plead out and get probation on them and pay restitution if he gets out.
Mhm.
Um, the SA charge, a lot of times he could probably get probation.
And
Same
you
thing.
register. Yes, to
Yeah,
register.
he would register. Again, this is all if these are all true, and if he does plead, or if he chooses to fight them, he seems like the type that would fight.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, the CP charge. I don't think his attorney is prepared. I don't, that's what makes me think that he's not gonna get out ever. I think he's gonna end up being one of those unfortunate folks that just get held, and I don't think he has the support that he once had because people are backing away from him.
You think so?
It seems I don't think he has the supreme support that he had before. I mean, I'm sure his family and his loved ones, because they've been down with him before, like, like the Lamonts, the Dreys, of course, his son Dion. They've seen him get locked up before and get out, and it's not that big of a deal. But they are coming at him with everything that they have, and the fact that they put his picture on TV. He's associated with Shirley Strawberry, who's associated with Steve Harvey. Um, they they know he's high profile. They're gonna and he I'm gonna take a note from Shirley's notebook. Take a page from Shirley's notebook. He is a black man.
Mhm.
They want to make an example out of him. This can happen even with people who have the financial means. They can still be deceitful and do bad things and take advantage of the average person.
Mhm.
So they're gonna roll all this out, step by step. But I honestly think because of the car stuff, the credit card stuff, those would probably be easier to convict.
Yeah, yeah. Because you have
And
transaction information. With the other stuff is one word against the other, you know.
right. And it could
That's
be,
the essay.
yeah, and he, I don't know about the CP charge, and like you said, these are images. I don't know if it was a full video or whatnot,
Mm-hmm,
but he downloaded it. It
mm-hmm.
was on his computer. Why didn't you delete that? You know, it's
You don't ever delete. It don't ever delete. So it might be in it. It could have been deleted, but they still could see it in the system because if they go in there and digging into that particular computer, they'll find it. You get what I mean?
Oh, and I know, and I understand that sometimes that happens, like when you open up an email attachment. You
Mm-hmm.
may not know what it is. Somebody can email you something, and, oh, just check this out, and you open it up. But they can see how many times it's been accessed, the last time it's been accessed,
Mm-hmm.
So that's the only thing that, they for that they would his attorney would have to really dig into that, and we would have to. I don't know. Like, I know you said you've been looking into like his case. Has she applied for, and like, because they usually have to apply for financial permission to hire a digital forensic analyst.
Well, let me tell you. Remember, I told you the investigator contacted me, so they are hiring people now.
Oh, for him on his side.
Yeah, don't you forget? Yeah, you
I forgot, girl. So much stuff.
forgot. You forgot, right? They
Yes.
contacted me and they were sending email asking questions, remember? And they
Oh,
said it was the investigator for him. So,
okay. Well, I mean, I guess that's good for him. That they're at least trying to build a defense.
mhm.
I just don't understand why I don't know. To me it just seems weird that people who, and you're in this kind of jam, why aren't you helping yourself instead of just making calls and expecting people on the outside to do it all for you?
Mm,
I don't know. If I ever got caught up in a situation like this where you say somebody's framing you,
mhm,
instead of sending me nasty pictures, send me some case law. I would be requesting that. And I know she tried to, but
mm.
he didn't want to hear that. Sonia, I'm talking about. But yeah, I just to long story short, to cut this off, I'll let somebody else come up if they want to. I think his bond will be reduced because Judge Manning is a pretty fair lady.
Yeah.
But he's not getting out anytime soon unless a
He got,
miracle
'cause
really does happen.
he got all this stuff going on. Now, if tomorrow, say if his attorney decide to put in SA as part also to seek for a lower bond on that. Now, then it's going to be a different thing. Say if he got a lowered bond on the CP, and then the SA come in and gets a bond, and say somebody an anonymous donor decide to help, and boom, he gets a bond. But then you got Henry County that's gonna pick him up. So I
Right.
don't.
He's so whomever is gonna put his bond up, they'd have to be working with two bail bondsmen to put him up, and wherever he's remanded to stay or wherever he can't go to, that's where sure. I don't know. To, I don't understand why you trying to get a bond. Like, I would try to settle the stuff in the other court first, like the Henry County stuff first. I didn't
Mhm.
realize he had a warrant out there because all they gonna do, and I'm sure you've seen it before too, is when you get released, you getting all your you get all your property, and they tell you turn around. It's like, wait a minute, where I'm going? Like, so
He going someplace else.
you go someplace else, and it might not be the cushy jail, the jail ward that he's in. So I would, most people that I've seen go through this kind of stuff where they've been in trouble multiple places, they either try to like plead out or try to get things, try to get that speedy trial action going.
Yeah.
And
Hold on a second, Vicky. Okay, it must be a full moon outside because you guys are very a little childish in the chat today. What's going on? What is going on in the chat today? The comment is made. People trying to be funny. Come on now, stop acting like children. We don't want to block, but y'all causing us to start blocking now. Stop acting like little children. Y'all adults. Stop it. Stop it.
We can agree to everybody can agree to disagree. And I think like this is a great ground. I mean, this is a case that it's going to bring up a lot of emotions for people.
Mhm.
Just from different, some people may be fully behind him. He may have some family members in the chat. So, I mean, it could be something like that. But yeah, we can agree to disagree without being insulting towards each other.
Look at this one. Look at this one right here. Look at this. Y'all clearly on a power trip. Power trip. This channel's lame anyway.
You'll be back.
I bet you they'll be back tomorrow to watch the channel on the what's the name? I guarantee they'll be back. She
It's
just
okay.
wants some. I feel sorry for her, whoever she is.
It's okay, sweetie. Mrs. X, you
Yeah,
find something more entertaining to watch.
yeah.
Um,
You have a sweet one, Miss X. Hey, Sharon.
Hey, Sylvia.
Yeah,
You're
you
here.
probably need a headphone because your thing is echoing.
I don't have a headphone.
Okay, let me mute myself so you can go ahead and talk.
Okay, I just wanted to say your haircut look nice.
Thank you.
I wanted to say another thing. I see some comments in the chat where some people are saying that this channel is lame and all this other stuff. It's not about being lame. She just want everybody to respect each other's opinion. You can have your opinion and say what you want to say, but be respectful. That's the problem with people when they come into a new on a new platform and they see that the person who's running the platform is truly trying to be truthful, honest, and straight up. You guys got to learn how to respect people's channels and what people are saying in the chats. Nobody said anything wrong to me, but I'm just saying our opinion is our opinion. And my opinion is he been getting in trouble since he was young. He too old for the stuff that's going on and what he's doing. He should know better. He knew better. And now he got to deal with the consequences. I don't care who like it or who don't like it. Right is right and wrong is wrong. Ain't no way in heck somebody gonna have over 10 charges all throughout their years, and it's the same stuff. It's a pattern. I'm not blind and I'm not new to this, and I'm not saying that my mouth is a prayer book, but just know that what go on in the dark soon come to the light. And I don't know him. I don't have no interest in it. I'm not in it with my feelings. I'm just stating my opinion. So please be respectful of Miss Sylvia and the mods that's in the chat because they there for a reason. That's all I want to say, Sylvia. I love you, and I'm gonna go back down.
Love you too. Thanks, Sharon.
Bye.
Hey, Miss MJ. Miss MJ, you can unmute. Can you hear me? Miss MJ, you're muted. Hello. She's not able to unmute.
I'm not up with.
There you go. You got it. You got it.
Can you hear me? Can you hear?
Yes, I can hear you.
You can hear me? Yeah, I'm not up with technology. Oh goodness. Well, to talk about the question,
You're going in and out. You're going in and out.
it might be. Okay, I'm going to go because this is not working.
Your YouTube might be on in the background. If your YouTube is on
turn the YouTube off. Okay, let me turn the YouTube off.
Okay.
Okay, is that better?
Much better.
Okay. Ooh, technology, I tell you.
You're welcome.
Let's see, what do I think about his bond? That's going to be interesting tomorrow. Matter of fact, tomorrow I have jury duty. So I'm hoping that either I don't get picked or I'm out by the time Judge Manning starts with his stuff. But I think he's going to get a lower bond. Do I want him to have a lower bond? Nope. But I think he's going to get one. By how much? I looked at Judge Manning's, I think it was her Friday, was it Friday court or Thursday court? Pam, she had recommended that we go over and take a look at Judge Manning to see how she does her bond hearings. Um, it was kind of like a toss up, looking back at how how she did it last week. It was no to me because I'm not really up on how they come up with what they come up with. So it was like a toss up because some people that I thought should have gotten a higher bond or no bond at all, the it was an agreement between the prosecutor and the judge. So I think because he's been in there, how long he's been in there, the amount is going to probably be what are we looking at? The 4 charges?
Okay, remember right now it's at 800. Person was no bond. Now it's 800. How much do you think it's going to be lowered down to?
I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with about 500.
500,000? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Because we're dealing with um the 4 charges that are currently right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go with the 500,000.
Okay.
Yeah, but she was still giving the monitor thing. I mean, I don't think he's going to get out because of, like you said, that one charge where there is no bond on it.
Mhm.
So it doesn't matter. You can take all the rest of them down to 30,000, but you still stuck with that one that nothing is going to help you with that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I would say, I think she's gonna cut it in half. This is just my opinion. Half of the 800. I think she's gonna go for. I'm gonna go with 100,000 less than yours.
Okay.
I'm,
Okay.
I'm just saying because I know the state is gonna say keep it at that 800,000. She's gonna say could you give it at 250,000, and the judge is gonna go in the middle
Mm-hmm. That's about how she was doing things.
because that's the way they do it there.
Yeah. So she was Judge Manning. She is hilarious. Um, but I don't know. Do you think that Shirley is going to be there or be on? Because it's going to be Zoom, right?
It's gonna be a Zoom. She could call in because I got the Zoom link for me because I'm gonna be on the panel.
Oh,
They gave me the Zoom panel where I could go in. They'll put me on the screen with the rest because that's what they did for me when they did Eva divorce thing. I was right on the screen with them. So
awesome.
yeah, because when I do a Rule 22, they give me access to be able to be on the panel with them. So
Okay.
be on there.
So now when you're on the panel, because that I don't know that wouldn't be a good idea for me to be on a panel like that. Because my face, I tend to have facial expressions.
Yeah, but I won't do a facial expression. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have it that my stream is gonna pick up the Zoom. So that's why my Rule 22 shows that I can do it from my channel.
Okay, okay, and then okay, so you'll stream it from your channel, and then
My
we can
channel,
get your
yes.
channel. Okay,
That's where I got the approval for the Rule 22 signed off, so I can stream it while it's there. And then because I want to be on there, just like me being in court, they
Mhm.
send me the link so my face will be shown on in there at court.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I was just off of this topic for a second. I was a little confused with the call, the latest call where Shirley was telling him about the charges. Who knew what when?
Good question. So, from what I gathered from yesterday, I could be wrong. Sonia got it first from the attorney. Then Sonia told the attorney contact Shirley, right?
Okay.
And so Shirley, when she talked to Nesto, he found out that the attorney had talked to Shirley. That's what I gathered.
Okay. Yeah, because I messed myself up because I heard the call from Shirley to Nesto, and then today was the call he was talking to Sonia, and I'm like, and then Sonia is telling Lamont to talk to Shirley.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, good Lord,
It's all over the place, right?
there's too much going on. Too much going on. But yeah, so this has been fun. So what do you think is after the bond hearing? Say he gets the bond, then he realizes I'm still not going to be getting out.
Because
So what is next after that?
I think his attorney is going to put in a request for a bond on that SA charge.
Oh, they're going to try and get one.
Yeah. I know for a fact that Henry County, once they get them, they're gonna give them a bond on Henry County because that's a theft by deception. That's not anything major. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because he's gonna have to pay restitution for those theft by deception. He got to pay those people back their money that he took. So I don't even know how he's gonna get through these things.
Yeah. Good luck with paying them back.
Yeah.
Because now I was very surprised how Shirley to me, when she was telling him, look, I don't have no more money, so you need to figure out what you need to figure out. But then when I listened to Sonia's call and they were talking about how much money has been spent, what was it, the $60,000, and then it went up. Then another amount was $150,000.
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money. My gosh.
And for nothing to be done because he's still in jail.
Right. I'm like, well, what did you get for that? It does, and you went through 3 attorneys.
Yeah. And now this is a free one here, and I think even though she's new, guys, I think she's gonna work harder because she got to prove herself. I think she's gonna work harder than the one that was paid.
Oh, the public defender.
Yeah, I think she's gonna work harder because from the ones that I've seen, even the one that there was one public defender, he won a murder case. I mean, some of them are gung ho. Trying to prove himself. She just got out of school like 2 years ago. She's gonna fight hard because she's gonna, and this is like a big case for her.
She looked a little scrappy when she turned her head over there when you were filming. She turned her head over there. I'm like, good Lord.
And she came up to me. Remember I told you, she came up to me asking me who I was, what was I going to do with the video, blah, blah, blah. So she was like, can you not put it on there? And she gave me her number for me to call her. I called her. She never responded. So that's why I put everything out because she never responded to me. So I was going to abide by, removing certain things out of there if she wanted me to remove it. But
now tell us this. Now, once the the hearing was over, of course, they took, Nesto back there.
Mhm.
Now, when you cut your video off, did Shirley and the people that came with her or whatever, did they look at you, or did they leave out, or what?
No, they didn't leave out. They waited for me to leave out first.
Oh, okay.
They waited for me to leave out. And plus, I was working doing a YSL, so I hurry up. I packed up my stuff and went downstairs to YSL to do the YSL case. So I couldn't beat them waiting because they were waiting for me to leave. So I just left.
Mm-hmm. Now, have you, in your courtroom experiences, have you seen SA cases get a bond?
Mm-hmm. Yep, I have. Fulton County. Yep.
Wow. Well,
yep. I have seen SA. I've seen murder cases get bond. This guy killed a whole bunch, and they're looking for him right now. I don't know where he at. He killed 8 people, and they're looking for him. They can't find him.
In Fulton County?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, goodness.
This case right now. And it's one of the cases that Judge Adam has. She's like, you better go find him.
Judge Adams went out there and found him.
Oh, she's doing another case with the city cops. She has 61 defendants on the case that she's doing. And there were crazy amount of people in that place. They were all over the place. And she was like,
oh my gosh.
Huh?
She is no nonsense.
Yeah, she had 61 defendants on one case. It's a RICO case. And
I was
Raymond
listening to her Judge Adams's feed. And then in the chat there was a couple of people, they said, oh, I in my 30 years of, I guess they're some kind of para person or whatever they were.
Mm-hmm.
They weren't understanding why Judge Adams insisted on people calling her either judge or your honor instead of, ma'am. And so I said, well, she has probably had, came through a lot to be sitting on that judgeship. And people tend to forget where they are when they get in a courtroom sometimes. And you have to remind them, I'm not on the street. Well, you're in my courtroom, and this is how I run my courtroom.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And so then, they took a little, they didn't really like for me to say that. So I'm like, well, it is what it is. And she probably would tell you the same thing. It's my courtroom. I do what I want to do.
Yep. And each judge run their courtroom totally different. And some let you do certain things, some don't. Like Judge Glanville, if you chewing gum, oh my God, he'll jack you up. he don't like that gum chewing stuff. And there's some judges that they just run it according to the way they want to run it.
Mm-hmm.
You just have to respect it. If you don't, you're gonna be thrown out.
All right. Well, someone else can pop up if they want to. I got to get ready to
All right,
go to work in the morning.
Up. Thank you so much for coming up. I really enjoy your input.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
Good night.
You're welcome. Good night. Okay, guys, please do not block people for no reason. We're not blocking. Remember that we're not blocking. We're deleting messages. We're not blocking. So please do not block people. If I find out who's blocking, I'm going to take your wrench. I'm serious. I'm going to take your wrench. I'm going to take it because we're not blocking. You could delete the message, but do not block folks. That's what he keeps saying. I haven't killed anybody. Like he can commit any crime as long as he didn't kill anybody. Lady Diamond T. It says 253 in the chat, 485, 250 likes, 253, and 445, 485 in the chat. Okay. Dimple saying, I wasn't surprised. Nothing they said, they do or say regarding Shirley shows any respect. Even when he talks to her, he laughs at her and cuts her off while she's speaking. Okay. After reading his document, I'm 99.9 sure that the next location will be Federal Penitentiary. All right. That's what T. Ross says. Hey, Lily.
Hey Sylvia, how you doing tonight?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. I want to ask you a question. What did you think about Sonya stating that no one starts doing this at 60 years old, such as the CP, SA?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about that? Because I think there's no age limit on when men begin to do those things. Being I'm a person that experienced SA my entire childhood.
Mm-hmm.
And then I kind of, because I was programming used to people doing that to me, I took it
Mm-hmm.
into my teen years. But when I got pregnant, I put a stop to it. So in my adulthood, I have ran across men that would try to make you do the same, you know what I mean? But hey, I was older, so they wasn't going to be able to do it. But I don't think there's no age limit because I always dated older. So I disagree with Sonya. What would be your thoughts on that?
Um, you're right as far as the age. They can do it at any age, but I think they're talking more of behavior, a pattern of behavior for those individuals. Like say his crime and his behavior is more of like theft, bank stuff, money laundering, white collar crimes. So she's saying based on his history of criminal acts, it's all has to do with some sort of financial gain and things like that. Nothing having to do with
Okay.
SA or PCP. I
Well,
think it's just based on that.
let me say this. Sonya only have known him, what, 2 years?
2 years. So she can't
She
give a
don't know what that, even let me tell you, his wife didn't do half the things he do. When it comes to SA, and I don't do the CP, but people that would do that, you don't know what's in their head. They judges, they lawyers, they the people at the grocery store that's managers. They are attorneys. It's even the pastors these days that's involved in ST. So you could never say something like that because one of them that I got sued for writing my book, which he's much older because I'm 50, so now he got to be 70 something probably. But
he sued you when
I
you wrote
could
the
have,
book?
yes, for putting information in my book because I use names.
Oh.
But I didn't have to pay him anything. God took me out of there. When I walked up out there, it was like I was setting the whole building on fire. I set the world on fire. The red lipstick hustle, that's me. But anyway, Sylvia, the point I'm making is it doesn't matter by what character. The pastor gets up every Sunday and preach. The people that did those things to me were prominent people in the church. So you cannot say a character. Some character flaws you would never see. Never. And most men have some secret that they're keeping that has to do with sex. Every man, because not all men are sick, but they have something that they may not want to share because they're too ashamed of. Then some of them are control freaks and they do get in that world. And if it's ST, I could believe it because sometimes when he was talking to Shirley, he was like, I could have been down there if I wanted to do if I wasn't with you, but that ain't in my character. He didn't even say character. He said, that's not me. But it was stuff he was saying that baffled me and made me think, would you do this? Because he was saying, like, if I wasn't with you, when he was speaking with Shirley on the phone. It's just things that old boy was saying. And from my experience, because one of my abusers could have got in trouble for ST because he took me to another place. If you have somebody that you're taking advantage of and you take them to another area, that can be ST. So, like, he took that girl to other states. So what happened with that particular situation? Was she 19 or something like that?
Allegedly. 19.
Allegedly, you're right. Allegedly. That too is SA. When it comes to people having these strange, sick fetishes, allegedly supposed to be him, you
Mhm.
can never say, because they can stand up in the church and preach a good gospel sermon to the congregation. They can get up and talk in front of people and be running as candidates, and y'all would never know it. I'm
Mhm.
living proof of it. So I don't, Sonya is crazy. And her supposedly being his pretending lawyer, I think she's making it harder for him on those phones because the police are listening to the phone calls. I don't think Sonya's helping him, even though she thinks she is, but she brings things out of him that Shirley does not. Shirley Bible thumps, and Sonya talk and talk and talk till she has gotten him to say things that he maybe shouldn't say. He's very loose with Sonya. So Sonya saying that age thing, that's BS. That's just my opinion. And y'all don't forget your highness, your greatness, Sylvia will be an impeccable magazine that comes out at the end of the month. So make sure y'all put some celebrations down in the chat for Sylvia, infamous Sylvia. Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. But Lily, I got a question for you.
Okay.
Have you gotten any kind of therapy from the abuse that you have gone through?
Yes, I have. It took me, but this is the thing, because I never had time to process it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I went from a child with no parents and then going through all kind of stuff. And I had a child myself, so I didn't have time to process anything because
Mm-hmm.
I had no one that had to figure out life very quickly. But because God never took his hand off of me, I'm somebody that people don't even believe. They be like, well, you don't look like you've been through that. I ended up getting pregnant in high school, dropped out, went and got my GED. I graduated from college. It was Spartanburg Tech at the time, and Spartanburg Community College now. And then I always had jobs, and I started my own business and everything. I'm somebody that's on television, cover magazines, billboards, and nobody believed that this could happen. Because they look at me, even when I would go do motivational speaking, and they don't see that. Abuse doesn't look like what everybody think. They think, well, why you didn't end up on drugs? Because God kept my mind.
Amen.
I'm not a person that want to do drugs. But back to the question you asked me. I'm sorry. I think I went in the wrong direction. But what did you ask me, Queen?
So I had asked you, had you gone through therapy to for healing during this? Because sometimes when we haven't totally healed, we still the wounds open when certain things like this kind of brings up triggers and things like that. I just wanted to know if you.
Okay. Yes, I've been to therapy. Yes, I have.
Okay.
But my best therapy was God. But therapy helps. Yes, it does.
Okay.
You never fully healed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because at 38, mine kicked in. My daughter was away in college, and you have too much time to yourself, so the mind is going to travel. And it's going to remind you, because Satan going to remind you, you're not healed. The mind travels, and I was suicidal at that point. I was going to commit suicide, but I didn't.
Okay.
But anyway, you never really healed. It's a process, and you have to stay in prayer. Anybody that he has done those, if allegedly he has done those things to, they got to really stay in prayer. And therapy does help, but the most powerful thing is God. God is my best therapist, and he don't judge me.
Amen. Amen. But thank you so much, Lily, for
You're
your
welcome.
words and
I
sharing.
love you. And y'all, again, Sylvia will be in Impeccable Magazine, Volume 10 at the end of the month. Support your girl. Learn Sylvia's story. Learn about her faith base. Learn so much that she has going on. I love you, Sylvia. Y'all have a
Love
good
you
night.
too, Lily. See you
Going
later.
back to the chat. Bye.
Okay, honey. All right, Emmanuel.
Yes, I am here. I have a question. Are you live streaming this tomorrow?
Yes. For people like you, because I know you need it.
Yes. I like to see what's going to happen. And it's in front of Judge Manning, right?
Yes, it is.
And does he have any other things that he has to do after Judge Manning in that same courthouse?
Judge Manning is the only one that she has, and then he's gonna go to mute your phone for a minute, Emmanuel, because it's giving me an echo because I hear myself. Okay, I said Judge Manning is who he's gonna go see, and I think based on when I asked, they the Cobb County prisoners go first, so he'll be one of the first ones to come up. If they don't have any like that annex, there's an annex go first, and then Cobb County, and then the rest that's in Fulton County Jail. So he's gonna come up like one of the first ones. You can unmute.
Yeah, I don't think his bond is gonna. It's gonna come down, but not very much, because it's just so much stuff.
I agree.
And then he's already on that other one with the no bond.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. Once you're on no bond, yeah, you could. There's nothing you could really do about that. You gotta wait till that plays out. And who gave him the no bond, Manning or Adams?
Okay, when he first came, mute for a second. When he first came off for this particular charge, he was a no bond. Then they turned around in June, Manning gave him bond. Just like the SA. SA originally, they had gave it a split 50,000, but it wasn't, it was more of, the arraignment part. They really hadn't finalized anything because some parts of it had no bond. So when it came out, they still kept it as a no bond. So now they're going to come back and they're going to ask for a bond. And most likely he'll get a bond the second time for the SA.
Okay, I just wanted to know. Hopefully, I'm at home when this gets live streamed. Because once I get to work, oh boy, I can only listen to it. I can't even get in the chat and talk.
What time you go to work?
Well, I don't work until because I'm about 7 to 8 hours ahead of y'all. Because I'm in Germany, so I don't go to work until 6 p.m.
So it's going to be really late. Because it's 5 p.m. here.
Uh-huh.
So it's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 o'clock p.m.?
Oh yeah, I'll be at work. I can only listen.
Okay.
So I will definitely be in tuned in because I just want to see it play out. Just like I'm trying to see this YSL thing play out.
Yeah.
Because I was at home when the YSL thing was being streamed, and so I was able to watch that whole entire thing. I actually listened to the whole thing, watched it.
Yeah, I will be doing that one too. But I will be doing like pictures and things from the inside and, stuff that the video that they're not going to show. I'll be doing that just to give you guys insight of what's happening in the courtroom.
Okay. I'll drop down and let other people talk.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, Manuel. Okay, Elaine, how are you?
I'm well. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can hear you okay.
Emmanuel, I will be listening from work tomorrow as well. I love your haircut, Sylvia. I keep mine short and tapered as well. It looks cute on you.
Thank you. Oh, because let me tell you something. This hair stuff, I can't do hair.
Me either. I shaved my head like in 2005, and it's been short ever since. So, as far as Ernesto and Shirley, I deplore Ernesto. However, he is entitled to a fair trial. He absolutely is. So hopefully he will receive that fair trial. The evidence will, be aligned or however. But with the CP and the SA charges, that's kind of tough because a lot of times those people, even though they're vulnerable, gullible, or what have you, people aren't so kind, forgiving, or empathetic towards them for whatever reasons, because he definitely allegedly um, seemed to prey on those who were vulnerable, whether It was because they had bad credit and he was trying to elevate them. Um, and so they probably feel victimized at this point too. But even so, he is entitled to a fair trial. So I will be watching tomorrow from while I'm at work with my little AirPods in. And I look forward to seeing you there as well, Sylvia.
Thank you, Elaine. Thank you. So how much do you think he's gonna get his bond?
So I'm coming into this fairly late. Was there an amount that you
Well, right now his bond is 800,000. How much lower do you think the judge is gonna give him?
I think no lower than 500,000.
Okay, you're the second one, 500,000. What about you, Emmanuel? How much you think?
I'm gonna say about 4 to 5.
One number, sir, not two numbers. One number.
Okay. If I was a betting man, 400K.
Okay. Hey, Janetta.
Hi, Sylvia. I love your show. I've stayed up late watching, and that Cash App music, it woke me up and it scared the crap out of me. But I love your show. I woke up, I fell asleep, money, money, and it just scared the crap out of me. So I try to stay up and not fall asleep on your show. But I think that the bond will probably be around. I think they could go as low as 350.
You say 350? Okay.
I think she could go as low as 350.
Okay, 350. Okay, okay. And why do you think 350?
Well, he can't really pay it anyway, and I don't think he'll get a bond on the other charge. So I don't think there's really a concern about him getting out. It was a hearing that um, Love Lies and Lace Front showed. That I guess it was one that BC was representing him on,
Mm-hmm.
and she set a bond, but the way Judge Manning said it was he's not getting out anyway. So I kind of think she'll be more lenient. I could be wrong because I don't know her, more lenient on one charge and say, well, he has this other one he's not getting out anyway. I just kind of thought that based off, how she said, well, he's not getting out anyway. You're not going anywhere, sir.
Now you have me leaning towards that 350 now.
I mean, I think what you said, the 400K was very reasonable, but I think she could go as low as maybe 350. There's still a lot of money. And who's going to, I know it's only maybe 10% that has to be paid, but who's going to pay that? He doesn't have it. And everyone's counting on Shirley for money. And I'm not really sure how involved it is these days because he has a public defender. So they're very strict on you have to fill out a form and they have to make sure there's absolutely nothing. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think she's involved if he has a public defender. They would look at her income, especially, it's rumored that she has a new pay raise.
But if she's not, if she's filed for separation or legal separation or divorce, then she's not responsible for his debt. So that's
Yeah,
why.
that is true, but I don't know. I don't know what to think. I was thinking maybe she's still supporting him, but maybe not financially.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not really sure. It's hard to say, but I do think that was her that showed up at the hearing. I know you didn't think so initially, but when I
No.
saw the picture, I thought right away that it was her.
Yeah, I
The
believe it was
ears.
now.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I do. I know you were trying to be, fair and everything, and not jump to the assumption, but I immediately thought it was her.
I
Yeah.
believe it was her as well.
Yes, I think most of us probably do, but it's just kind of hard to say. When you listen to the phone call, she was so blinded by love, and if she didn't believe all the charges and things then, I don't think she believes it now. I think she still thinks it's been being set up. So
But you know what got me, guys? The call that we listened to was in January, right? She still wrote a letter in June.
Yep.
True. And
So
June, we're in November now. That wasn't that long ago.
no, I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying June. She wrote the letter because
June of this
I
year.
thought he didn't know. She didn't know about the SAA and the CP. So that's why I was like, okay, she wrote the letter. Maybe she didn't know. But listening to these calls and her actually talking to him about those charges, she knew. But she still wrote a letter saying um, she's not a victim and she wants him to come home and be with her after all of that.
That's why I think she's still supporting him now. Maybe she, because I believe, because in one of the phone calls, Steve was saying, um, well, she said that Steve said, you have to get a hold of this. You have to, So I took that to mean that Steve wanted her to come out and speak out and just say, I don't support this guy or whatever, even though he didn't come out and say it. And she was just so lost. I don't have anything. I can't do anything, and all these other things. But Steve wanted her to get a hold of the situation before it went to public. And so it's kind of making me think that she was just so blinded then. She's still blinded now. And she just didn't get it. And so I think when she did the phone call on September 11th, it was because of Steve's urging or someone else told her, look, you had to say the charges were terrible. She said the charges were terrible, but she didn't say, oh, I don't believe that I don't believe that. I mean, I believe that he did it or something like that. She
Mhm.
said, my husband's in jail and the charges are terrible. So I still think she's supporting him.
Me too.
Yeah, I agree with you guys.
Yeah, it's sad though.
Yeah, I agree with you guys. I just want to show you guys something. I want to show you guys something, and this is the thing that kind of got me too. I was like, okay, all right, let me show you guys something. Hold on a second.
While you're doing that, Miss Sylvia, I feel it isn't unheard of for a spouse to distance themselves from their, incarcerated spouse in order to protect their assets. I don't think Shirley has a lot of assets at this point,
Mhm.
but I don't think it's uncommon for someone to either divorce or separate themselves from that incarcerated spouse just to protect their assets, but yet be with that spouse at some point.
More of support, moral support for him.
Moral support, but more so financially to say, I'm going to protect my own assets, but I'm going to distance myself from you, divorce you, but I'll still be with you.
Hmm. Look at what Nesto said here. This is him and Steve. He says, I would like to take the time out to say happy birthday to my what?
Good friend.
Good friend, Steve Harvey, and give thanks for taking time to spend with me on my birthday and wedding, as well as supporting, huh?
Supporting me. I
And
Ernesto he's a flosser though.
don't
He
think he and
wants to.
Steve were friends. Oh, go ahead.
I don't think so either. I agree with you 100%. I don't think he and Steve were friends. This is his way of putting himself on a
but he
pedestal and say,
did,
"Hey, look who I'm with."
but he did say my good friend and spending the time with me on my birthday and wedding, as well as supporting me.
He says that, but I don't think that's the case. Just because it's on social media in writing, I
But
don't think
he
that's the
did, he
case.
he did, he was the man that gave Shirley away at the wedding.
He's Shirley's friend, not if he was. I believe if he was Nisto's friend, he would be offering some kind of support now.
Janetta, I am
Law.
in your corner, girl. Yes,
I'm just asking. I'm just,
absolutely.
getting
I
the
don't believe they're friends.
creative juices going here. I'm just showing, just throwing stuff out so you guys can just talk about it. You
Yeah,
know me.
I think he's Shirley's friend. I just don't think Shirley's a good friend, but I think he's her friend. But I don't think he was Nisto's friend at all.
I agree.
Somebody said Shirley liked it on the
Oh, she probably did like the post. I mean, I've liked some posts that I didn't
to pay
exactly
attention to,
agree
right?
with. Yeah.
Well, she wants him to be on a elevated status because people, when someone in her position, a higher, successful woman, they're gonna look to see who she's with, and so if Steve is friends with him, he must be okay, or because Steve is wealthy, high status, so of course she would like it, but that doesn't, and she's kind of showy and everything too. She wants to have a certain image, so I don't believe for a second that him and Steve are really friends.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't see Steve bringing his crew into his circle, the Lamonts, and Drayden seemed like he was. Drayden seemed like he was too bad, like he was someone who had made mistakes in the past. He's turned things around. So Drayden really struck me as being like gutter, but Lamont is just bottom of the barrel. So I don't see Steve Harvey affiliating himself with the likes of those people. And Shirley's a
But
big.
remember, Steve says that he has friends that are been in jail and dug out.
Those are people. Yeah, I can believe that because he has hasn't been rich all his life, but those are people he knows. Like I would have friends that I know personally, and they may have been in trouble, and those are people that I know, and I could trust them more than just okay, this is your husband's friend that's ex-con and got into some things. I wouldn't, I wouldn't bring them into my circle, especially when somebody as high status as he is. I don't need any new convict friends. The ones that I had from back in the day, I already know that what their heart is, hopefully. But I don't need any new convicts in my life.
Yeah. Hey, Clarissa, you have to put a one, and my mod is giving me the names of all the individuals. Once I'll be putting your names in now. If you put in one in there, my mod is gonna send me the names of all the individuals. Right, they're writing it down, and you'll be put into the raffle. And Wednesday is the day we're doing the raffle, and Friday the money goes out. Oh,
I have friends and family members who have gone to jail and spent time, but they have hearts of gold. They absolutely have hearts of gold. They were convicted for whatever reasons, whether it was I'm trying not to give away too much. A
but
family member who may have spent time for adultery because they were in the military and adultery was frowned upon for whatever reason, or just being a black man walking down the street. That's what Ernesto tries to say, that's who he is, but I don't see him as being just a black man walking down the street being convicted of stuff. He is, in my opinion, allegedly a criminal. Absolutely a criminal, in my opinion, and not Sylvia's.
thank
So,
you, Elaine.
yeah, girl, I'm looking out for you. But
Well,
but he
oh, go ahead.
still, like I said before, is entitled to a fair trial.
Yeah. You know what gets me? I'm talking about with the actual charges that he's been convicted of. He has no regards for other people's thing. He feels entitled, allegedly entitled to getting stuff that people work for hard and trick people of getting their stuff. This is the thing I really have a problem with him because
I agree.
he doesn't want to go out and work and make the money to afford that lifestyle that he wants. He rather take from other people, allegedly. No,
Yeah,
he was charged for those things. He was
yeah,
convicted. So I don't, it's hard for me to have pity for somebody who blatantly do things to harm and trick people out of their hard-earned money. I have a problem
yes,
with that.
yes. And then he plays the victim, like, woe is me, I can't recover from this, and all of these charges, and white collar this, I'll get away with this. And oh, but the CP and the SA, like, oh, my life is over. I don't have any empathy for him whatsoever because, like you said, he allegedly has taken advantage of people in their vulnerable state. Him trying to correct people's credit or try to elevate them. He's just trying to profit from all of that stuff, allegedly. But I don't feel any empathy, sympathy, or anything for him at this point. And for Shirley to appear to still support him, for me, it feels like it's one of those I'm winning, he's still mine, pick me over Sonya. I don't, I feel like Shirley needs to find someone who is on her level, but it's at this point it seems like it's more of those like I'm his wife, so Sonya can't have me. Can't have him rather. Can't have Ernesto. Pick me over Sonya. That's why I feel like she's still supporting Ernesto at this point because she doesn't want to give up, tap out, and allow Sonya to win over that. And that's really sad for someone at her age. This is more some crap that you would do at a high school or junior high level. But I feel that Shirley is still caught up in this whole mess at her age. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's pretty sad. It's
I
pretty
feel
sad.
I feel like he had business ideas. Some of them were okay. I mean, the barbershop, seemed like he was doing well. I feel like if he
24
would have stuck
hours though,
to a
Janetta. A 24-hour barbershop, really?
well, he had opened up one of his wives, and it did pretty well because it was next to a gas station. So they said the concept works well in Atlanta. I live in Birmingham, or a suburb of Birmingham, so we're kind of like the smaller Atlanta. I don't think it'll work here because it's much smaller than Atlanta, but people get off work early in the morning, want to go get a haircut. So I think it works in Atlanta, possibly. I'm not, it was. But he had some ideas that could have worked. It to me, I don't think he's like the smartest guy, especially book smart. He doesn't really have good grammar, things like that. But maybe he has some kind of street sense. But sometimes I know I have relatives that are crooks, and some are really really smart. And I was just thinking it's so frustrating. If you would do things the right way, the legal way, like you could really be successful. I mean, you're smart. So I feel like he could have done better. Yeah, maybe he wouldn't have had the money to have 20 luxury cars or however many he had, the Bentley, the Rolls Royce, all the cars that he had too many cars. So I feel like he's got a little bit too greedy. He was just doing way too much. He could have just stuck to illegal businesses, and then with the connections he had to Steve, and they could have maybe gotten some kind of got him on a radio show to talk about and promote his business or something. I just feel like he could have did things the right way, and they could have had a pretty good life. But it's just not in him. I think he gets a thrill from taking things that don't belong to him. I think he has that kind of mindset.
Yeah.
And he thought it was okay to do it to people. So,
Yeah, as long as he's not killing or raping, and I didn't do this. He said something about it was the seven deadly sins. I didn't commit the seven deadly sins. I didn't do this, which I think the seven deadly sins, gluttony, I can't remember all of them, but it's not anything that would be illegal.
I wonder if he read that or if he just heard that from Shirley, because clearly he doesn't seem like
Yeah,
he even
because
read the
it's
Bible.
no, he doesn't. It kind of reminded me of when Trump said 2 Corinthians instead of Second Corinthians.
said two
And then
Corinthians.
yeah, you remember and then he held the Bible upside down and he said in 2 Corinthians, that's what he said. So it's kind of giving those vibes to me. He definitely doesn't read the Bible, especially if she said the Psalms start with a P. I mean, I think most people would know that, especially if you read the Bible, you would know Psalm starts with a P. The P is silent, but the P is there. So I I think he gets a thrill from committing crimes and taking things from people. Is something in his psyche that he thrives on taking things from people. He didn't necessarily have to do it because I don't see besides the one, unless it's some, I mean some victims probably haven't came forward, but So I guess I really
So
can't
far it's
speak on
been
it, but I
one.
was
So far it's only been one. The other
they
one,
haven't come for.
no, the other
Cause
one's
it
is
just seemed like he was getting much from these people, except the one with the Mercedes. That was a significant amount of money. But if you look at the lifestyle that he had, it didn't kind of match up with what he was stealing. So I'm thinking it has to be more victims they got a significant amount of money from. But the thing is, he's gonna have to. They're taking stuff, confiscating, and they're gonna sell it to pay back the victims. What did he profit? It would have been better to just do things the legal way. You got these connections, make that work for you, and do a legit business. But that's no fun for him. He has to have the thrill of taking.
yeah. Whew. Well, guys, remember I said I was not going to stay on long. It is 9:07, and I'm going to take my butt off this live. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Thank you, Elaine, and thank you, Janetta. I appreciate you guys, but y'all, I gotta go to bed.
You have a good night.
Good
All right.
night, ladies.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, ladies. All right, guys. I'm about to end this live. And those who have submitted their entry for the turkey, I will have your guys' name, and I'll try to put it on the thing so you know I did get your name. Okay. I'll try to put it. If I don't know, I did get your name. Okay. So you guys have a great, great and wonderful night. LLL is on, so you guys can go over there and watch it. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. May the Lord watch between me and thee while we're absent one from another. Love you guys. Have a great night. Bye.